It's all good. So, folks, please give it up for the first five. Folks, I know a lot of you were here the first time, and he impressed everybody. Folks, and again, nervous, and of course, jitters and all that. Please give him a nice warm welcome. He made it through the preliminaries. This is the semi. This is Chet Kennedy, everybody. All right, let's do this. So recently, we had a garage sale. I hate garage sales. Do you like garage sales? You into that? All right, good. We had a garage sale because my daughter's in grade 12, and I kind of need to get started on that college education. Figured it's a good time. The struggle I run into is every time I'm at a garage sale, I can sell all kinds of stuff, except for exercise equipment. People, they look at me and they're like, does this work? Theoretically, yes. But I have to be honest. I am not a dietitian, and I'm not a personal trainer. But what I figured out is that if you actually use the equipment you own, you might actually lose weight. Right? I'm not entirely sure. My dad was in the Boy Scouts. I don't know if you've heard of the Boy Scouts. I guess it was this big group of little kids, and they'd learn stuff. My dad, I was pretty sure didn't learn anything from the Boy Scouts. But he always gave me this one really sort of valuable piece of advice. He said, Chet, if you're ever using a knife, lift your foot. And I always kind of went, well, which foot? Right, you have the 50% chance of having this situation turn very poorly upon you. Right? Dad, I seem to have impaled myself. Well, it's clearly the wrong foot. Speaking of weird advice, when you were a little kid and your parents, they sit you down, or the teachers, they give you that speech, right? And the speech kind of goes like this. If you ever find yourself in a little room with a strange man, and that strange man asks you to remove your clothes, and he wants to touch you in odd places and do strange things to you, that's bad, right? Make sure you tell someone. And I would just like to say, that was kind of my experience every time I went to the chiropractor. And I feel fine. So, I'm a dad. I actually have 3 kids. I have a 17-year-old daughter. I have a 14-year-old son and a 12-year-old son. And when they were little, see, the struggle I have is when you're a dad, sometimes you have these epic ideas, these incredible ideas, and you know this is going to be great. And then when you actually do the ideas, they turn out to be the stupidest thing that you've ever done. Now, you feel me? You with me? All right. So when my kids were little, and I was doing the job of the Easter Bunny, right? And I'm out there, and I'm putting chocolate eggs all over the living room, all over the kitchen, up and down the hallway. And then I had this idea. Maybe I'll take those little chocolate eggs and I'll put them in their rooms, right? And I'll put them on their bed, beside their pillow, and that way when they wake up in the morning, they'll be like, the Easter Bunny, he was in my room, which is actually kind of creepy, right? You got that mythical creature and he's in your room at night watching you sleep. That's a little weird. But anyways, what I didn't understand is that my children, when they sleep, they tend to maneuver. Right? And what happened in the morning is, yes, we knew that the Easter Bunny visited because it looked like he had been to Mexico and had some really bad food. And Montezuma's revenge kind of took over, and he showed up in the room, and when the kids got up, there was these brown smears all over the sheets all over their pajamas, on their pillows, and on all over their little disappointed faces. Right? Daddy, why did the Easter Bunny go yuckies in my room? Probably because of something you did. Right? You know, that's like the best answer for any dad ever. Right? That's totally it. Alright, this is the crowd participation moment. Alright, so I'm gonna ask a question. You guys gonna say what? Right? So, do you know what I like to eat for breakfast? What? Cereal. Yeah. Do you know what I don't like? What? Being lactose intolerant. Yeah. Which I'm thinking maybe was just the issue with the Easter Bunny. Now, last one. Do you know what I don't eat for breakfast anymore? What? Ice cream. Yeah, that doesn't work out too well at all. I think the struggle I have is there are different levels of lactose intolerant. I'll sit down for this one. So some people with their lactose intolerant, it kind of hits them, right here, but it's not too bad. Maybe a little bit of gas, a little bit of painful. Not a big deal. Other people, they tend to manufacture that horrible, wretched fart, right? Like the one that sticks to you, that like clings to you and follows you around, right? Like everything that is dead inside here has it's just giving up the ghost. Like, that's not the way it is for me. No, my body processes milk protein like a teenager cleans his room. Right? Just putting everything somewhere else to be dealt with later. And so the struggle I have is that the later is about 3 a.m. Right? So I'm lying in bed and I can feel it. Right? And you know it's coming. Right? You ever been there where you're like, oh, I'm going to throw up. I am going to hurl, and it's just, and my belly starts to rise, right? I'm just lying there going, oh, please, no, and then you just start praying, right? Oh, please, don't let it happen tonight. And you're just, and the worst thing about it is then you start doing the bathroom options, right? You're just going, okay, is it the ensuite? Well, that's way too close to the potentially angry sleeping female next to me, right? Or do we go with maybe the upstairs bathroom? I think I can make it there. No, it's still too close to the angry female. Main floor bathroom. That one's perfect, but can I make it, right? And then you're just, it's time, right? Because it's coming from here and it's in your mouth, right? Right? And you're like, what do I do? Right? And all it is move, right? You got to get there now. And some people, when they throw up, they just go over the toilet, they just open their mouths. It's just sweet, innocent. It's so good. Other people, it looks like it's really a bit of an effort, but there's no noise. With me, I'm a screamer. And so for me, I get there, and it just works up like a demon inside me. It's like, ah! 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 It goes on like that for 2 hours straight. And I wake up everyone in the house. And that's why when my in-laws are visiting, I like to eat as much ice cream as I possibly can. And my name is Chet Kennedy. I'm now booking weddings and funerals.
Chet Kennedy, everybody.